All right. Connection lost. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Well-Don Tanks live stream. It's good to be here. Glad everyone's here. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me get the chat pulled up here. Hopefully the sound's coming through. Hopefully image is coming through. We shouldn't be competing for much internet tonight, so hopefully this is a much better quality stream. And as you can see, welcome to the new YouTube studio. That's right, everybody. We are rocking the new studio. I am loving the ambiance. Is that the right word for it? The feel of this place is how everything's looking, how everything's coming to be. My wife did a lot of work for me to get this done. She framed out our Well-Don Tanks banner from Guppy Guru. We got the 90-gallon rock and all that. It was her idea with, okay, hang on here. Right there. The light, that was all her idea. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everyone's safe. And we went with a nice green color for the back wall. I know I was debating on that blue. Got a pro tip, though. So we're hanging out here in the new studio, and I think it looks rather rad. I'm really enjoying the new studio. All right, let's see it. Let's see what we got in here. M is in the house. Thought he was first, but we got Global Cuber beating him. Global Cuber. Red Solo Cup is back, my friend. It is back only for you specifically. Guppy Guru dropping the $2.99 super chat. He is not able to be here, but sending that Guppy love. I appreciate it, my man. Thank you. Barry Aquatics is hanging out with us tonight. Got Leo's here. The other Tiffany. Carrie Habercorn. Who else we got? Yep, Global Cuber. I see your comment now. Where's the Red Solo Cup? It's here. 90s looking fire. Who else we got? Misfit Reptile and Aquatics. Everybody looks like everybody. Kind of catching up here. Oh, Marlin Chaser 87 is in the house. Okie dokie. Let's get going. HD Aquatics is here. Thank you for being here. Because your fish, Black Liver Carlin, man, we got a good group of people going tonight. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's see. Yep, yeah, Global Cuber, the Arowana is in the 90. It's rocking out here. You're going to see it. I got to learn how to point over my shoulder. Figured it out. There we go. You probably see it cruising the top of the water line there. I think the fish are going to hang out with us for the rest of the week. I wanted them here for this live stream, and I think we're going to kind of maybe swap them out for something different, something that people can actually keep if they wanted to, because we did shoehorn a lot of fish into that 90-gallon. But the members got a insider look. When I unboxed them for the members, kind of did all that showing, but then everybody saw the video that came out from there. Studio is looking good. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that very much. It's been awesome. The other Tiffany agrees. There needs to be more tanks in here. You know, I tried to get more tanks in here, and I was fighting a losing battle and decided to, keep it where I can. But let's see. Is it on camera? So if you can kind of see over here, we got 4 sets of shelves going on, and there's my favorite quote on the wall. I don't know if the camera is actually going to be able to pick that up at all. Kind of. So it's a complete disaster in here. I'm still working on things. That's what we got rocking right now. So I want to get some lighting on these shelves. I want to fill these shelves with some knick-knack kind of things. You can see my fake bagged up fish back here. I was doing that for a video. Had a lot of fun with that one. But yes. All right. Let's get started here. Global Cuber, you should build a koi pond. Oh, I have my pond. I got some fish in there that look like koi. There's some awesome goldfish, but I would love a koi pond. I just don't have the space for it. So maybe one day I would absolutely love a koi pond. Let's see. Maria gave us all a heart attack. Is that something I missed, or is that about my other video? That was a fun video to make. All right, so we got a few. I think somebody called like the Well-Done walkthrough or something. Kind of talk about what we got kind of going on the channel and everything. I know I made a lot of you angry at me over the weekend with my clickbait video. I even got called the king of clickbait, and that people are getting bored with my channel. Now, I have done some clickbaits. Yes, I absolutely have. But I want to kind of share some statistics with you. Over 70% of people that watch this channel are not subscribed. That's crazy, right? It's like over 70% of the views that each video brings in are people that are not subscribed to the channel. Now, if you want to talk about just straight views, the clickbait video I did over the weekend where I got rid of my discus got triple the amount of views that a normal video gets from me. Triple. And then the other part of it too is I didn't know how to film getting rid of the discus. I mean, it's one thing to go in there and be like, yeah, guys, I'm not happy with this rack. We're going to move the discus out. End of the video. So I know a lot of you played along the video well. You left me some fun comments. You had a good time with it, but man, I made some people angry. And then y'all shredded me over my Fritz water conditioner video. Man, that was a rough video. So we've got some new videos coming out, and hopefully you're going to kind of meet into some better topics, show you some things, teach you some things. We're going to be doing some other product reviews, but I definitely tried my best to not come across as a sales pitch kind of a thing. But you have to understand that as a brand ambassador with Aquarium Co-op, when he sends me out products, I will be doing videos on those products. One, it's something I want to get back to Corey if he's going to send me out free product. But two, it's products that I feel that I can share with all of you. And hopefully I need to work on not coming across as a sales pitch, but it's also with water conditioner. How do you do a video on water conditioner? I mean, it's squirt, 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 squirt. They both do the same thing, right? It's just all personal preference. But yeah, it was a good weekend. Apparently, you got a lot of people mad at me, but man, I got some fun comments too, though. So a lot of you had a good time with it. Barry Aquatics, I'm the 30%. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you being that 30%. You are all the 30%. Jeez, a part of it. You are the 30%. Everyone has to clickbait once in their life. Well, I've done a few clickbaits, but it's fun. HD Aquatics, the clickbait was fun. Let's see. Savannah M, I love your clickbait video. M liked the clickbait video. The other Tiffany, I think we expect some clickbait, but a cliffhanger, that was kind of mean. I did have a guess, and I was right. You are correct. So I know kind of the cat out of the bag because it's kind of already out of the bag. The discus are now with Guppy Guru. It's going to be a fun second part video. So if you haven't subscribed to him, you're going to want to because he has the second part of that video, and he's going to be showing that off there to what we got going on. So it was a fun video to make. Like it was enjoyable to make. It was fun to have with it. Yeah, Marlon, I didn't expect Peter to release it that quick or do a premiere on it, but he kind of gave it away, but that's all right. But yeah, so discus are gone. We got some new things in the fish room, though. I did rearrange some things, but I talked about it in the live stream last week where we did the fish room tour of I'm changing over to a lot of dwarf cichlids. So right now I have 3 species of Egyptian mouth brooders now. I got 2 more species from the waterfront over the weekend, and they are gorgeous. My gosh, these fish are incredible. And the fact that they can go in planted tanks is, one of a kind of a thing. So we moved some tanks around. I'm really happy with how the fish room is looking right now, how it's functioning right now. It's so much nicer to go in there. And then I now have kind of a little shelf I can bag some things on and work with some things on. So that was exciting. We got Lav's snail cells in the house. And if all of you did not know, Lav officially joined YouTube. She joined the YouTube crew. So Lav's Snail Cells is officially her channel. Go check it out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And she's got some good things coming her way. Really happy to Lav join the YouTubes, because now maybe I can convince her to do a live stream with us. But yeah, go hit the subscribe button. Show Lav some support. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, here. Barry Aquatics is telling people to stop clickbaiting. But the cliffhanger, though, you got to admit, the cliffhanger part of it, I think was done so well. So well. I had such a fun time making that video. Okay. If you're all seeing now, the members have these little Wel-Don Tanks mugs next to their name. Thanks to Guppy Guru for helping us out on those. I think they are super fun to have little mugs on there. Blake Adams, the tank is looking great. Solid stuff. Looks cool. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, this 90-gallon came together so well. Oh, so well. The wife did an amazing job of getting that up and going, kind of, the facing out. She did all the face work on the tank. She really brought this, she painted the back wall for me. She hung up all the signs. We figured the lighting out together for this tank. Video coming out on that light. I'm very excited about that light to show you what it can do, the process of it. I call that light the poor man's Kessel. That's really the idea I have behind it. And I'm very excited to share that with everybody. But it's Yes, I'm very happy to have this new studio. So hopefully the quality is kind of going up, but I also hope that value stays up with it. If you haven't seen that video, we can definitely you might want to check that one out. We talked a really kind of a heart-to-heart deep video about everything. But yeah, Ian Brown's in the house. Ian, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. My wife is joining the chat. She's saying doors going on this week. So yeah, so my wife is going to be making some doors to finish off this stand, so it just looks crisp and clean. But she's done some incredible work in here. Like, maybe I can show it here. Let me zoom out. No, out. I said I'm probably gonna break something now when I do this. But check this out. She put up my favorite quote of all time now. Dreams are only an extended reality. She made that for me. My wife made that sign for me. Very, very happy about it. I love that sign in here. And then while we're talking about my amazing wife, I got something to show y'all. So the members already got, oh, come on. There we go. All right. So the members got some new merch available to them yesterday. And now we're going to share it with everybody. So the members kind of got the first dibs. And I don't see them in the chat, but it's, is it Savage Cows? I want to say it's Savage Cows. What we got here? Yeah, Savage Cows was the first person to officially place their order for the new official, turn it right way. There we go. I can't even market this correctly. The new Well-Done Tanks mugs. They are ready to roll. They are ready to sell. Order yours now. Buy all my stuff. All right. That was a sales pitch. Absolutely. So wife figured out how to officially make the Well-Done Tanks mugs. She's been working on this process, figuring this thing out. Ooh, that's catching the light just right, isn't it? But I think they turned out incredible. These things look freaking awesome. Super happy about these. Maria, the Aquatic Monkeys Future Mugs with Fave saying, I can talk to the wife about that. I think we could maybe put something like that together. See if we can get it to fit on the mug. So $20 per mug. That's going to include the cost of shipping anywhere in the United States. If you want to ship outside of the United States, we can do it. I just have no idea how expensive it's going to be on the shipping. Yeah, these came out really well. So if you want to order one, these are all kind of made to order kind of a thing. So if you want to order one, send me an email to weldonaquatics@gmail.com. And my wife I'll get the email and then we'll pass it on. We'll get these made up. We'll get these sent out. And then we're taking payment through PayPal for these mugs. And then she's also talking about adding other merch items here for Well-Done Tanks, all made in-house. So super happy what she's doing. She's done an incredible job on these mugs. Like she really did put in, she's put in some hours of work figuring these things out. We had a few fails figuring these out, but she finally dialed it in. And I have to this is rad. Oh, she's going to kill me if I don't say this. All right, I'm right-handed, right? This is built for a right-handed person. Okay, we can flip it. We can put the sticker or the logo on the other side of the mug. So if you're left-handed drinker, if you're a weird drinker, right, left-handed, just kidding, love you all, you can show that awesome Well-Done Tanks logo off, just saying. So if you want it to be a left-handed mug, specify in your email, and we will get that taken care of. But I was teasing her, though. I'm like, you're going to have to remember to actually make that a left-handed mug, but you're going to put it on the right-handed side. Anyways, okay. All right. Well-Done Tanks mugs, $20, include shipping. Buy everything. Everything made off these is going to go supporting, my wife's hobbies, all of that merch side of things, the channel. And it's awesome. So thank you so much for everyone for your support on that. All righty. What else we got here? Missing a few things. Looks like we're giving Lav some love. And then thank you so much, everyone, for supporting my wife on that. We're getting a lot of love in there. Yeah, Carrie, I say my wife did a lot of this work here in this, and it's absolutely amazing at what she did for us. Absolutely amazing what she did for us. So thank you very much. Black Label Carling just sent in my mug request. Your wife is amazing. My wife is amazing, and I see your email right there. Leo, lefties are better. Ooh, I'll fight you with my right hand. No, kidding. All right, kidding. Looks like Lavnia is getting some love tonight. All right. So because your fish is asking how many fish do you have listed on our fish collective? So that's the next thing I want to share with everybody. Let's see if I can do this again. Not break it. All right. So I have officially listed some things on our fish collective, and I actually made my first sale today. Actually, technically yesterday, it shipped out today. That was super cool, actually, to see that come through. So thank you, Ian and Peter. I am the featured breeder of the week. So it worked out perfectly, right, that we're doing a live stream tonight. I just listed these, and it just went live as the featured breeder. Now, before we really delve into this, forgive me for my pictures. I'd been telling Peter and Ian for like 3 weeks that I was going to get stuff up on the website. I'll do it this weekend. So I finally, over the weekend, hurried and took some pictures with my phone just to kind of get things started. I do plan on going back through, though, and really getting some good quality pictures. Nothing what Bear, like, you want to see some good pictures, check out what Bear Aquatics is putting up. Whoo, those things are on fire. But yeah, we'll get some better pictures, and so you can actually see the fish and know what you're buying instead of me just like phone picture. And then it kind of depends on how things sell. I may adjust some prices up or down, kind of seeing things we got going on there. So right now I have 6 things listed. I don't have a picture for it yet, but my Blue Star Endlers are ready to go. I can sell pairs of those. I can do like trios of those. I have plenty of fry. So those are cranking some things out. And then a super cool thing that just happened in the fish room. If you remember on the live stream last week, I was talking about how to breed the golden top minnows, or asking somebody how to breed them. And it was Chubbs Aquatics that gave me the insight how to breed them. And I swear, like, before we did the live stream, I swear I saw something dive down into some ceramic rings I have in that tank just hanging out on the bottom. And I was like, no, like that was a piece of debris or something. Like, I'm going crazy. So sure enough, I moved the minnows from that tank to a 10-gallon tank as I cleared out like 4 10-gallon tanks in the fish room to get ready for fry grow outs and these Egyptian mouth brooders. I'm so excited about. You guys have no idea. I'm so excited about these things. I found a bunch of golden top minnow fry. So we have successfully bred the golden top minnows. So the picture on our fish collective, I believe, is the male. And according to Wild Fish Tanks, who they came from, they're wild caught. So the fry are F1s. They're the first generation in captivity in my fish room. The male has a melanistic gene to it. So yes, we are officially on our fish collective. Prices are probably say I may adjust the prices, but yes, we have those things going there if you want to get on those. But let's get back into the chat here. See what I missed. Alrighty. So, Blake Adams, what kind of dog is Tucker? I have a Sprinkle Spaniel, and he kind of reminds me of him a bit. So Tucker's actually an Australian Shepherd Springer Spaniel mix. So he has a lot of Springer in him. He's a good dog, man. That's a good dog. You should have seen how he was whining at me when I got rid of the discus. It was kind of funny, but that dog loves fish as much as I do, and I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy about that dog. Lab just bought a mug. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yes, thank you to my wife. She's doing an amazing job on these. So we just we picked up some shipping boxes today. So hopefully those will get out. We got here. Trolled you all. What am I missing here? Guppy Guru says, I had to, Trent. Trolled you all. Ooh, I wonder if it's about the video coming out. All righty. And Ian Brown is adding Bay Area Aquatics stuff right now. It's awesome what he's got going on there. If you haven't watched Bay Area Aquatics video right now, he's been really impacted by the fires out in California. He had to pull in all of this. I think, he pulled in 1 tub of his summer tubbing stuff, but it's rough out there right now. So if you're being affected by anything, please be safe, be careful what's going on out there. And then an update with Sharon. The last week's live stream we did. So Lewis brought in some Hillstream loaches for us. Unfortunately, they came in very sick. So we chose not to ship those ones. So we are waiting for another shipment to come in this week, and then we will be shipping those out to Sharon. So all the proceeds that everybody gave me, that donated for Sharon, thank you so much again. That's covering the cost of the fish. That's covering the shipping to her. She's very excited about that. I've been talking with her a lot about that. So thank you again for everybody that donated on. I even had a few of you reach out to me after the live stream asking how to donate. So again, thank you so much for the support to Sharon. It was absolutely incredible of all of you to do that for her. Marlon Chaser 87. I know I missed your comment. Coming back to it. I'm super excited if you're going to some dwarf cichlids. I'm in a South American cichlid kick right now. Lots of geophagus and is it Ganacara? I think it is. Yeah, geophagus are still one of my favorite fish. And Lewis is on the geo kick right now too. So there's definitely going to be some geos coming through this tank at some point in time. That's just begging for geophagus. So I've got 3 species of the Egyptian mouth brooders now. So I had the multicolor Victoria, and I just picked up the Nicolosi and the Philanders. So they're all under the same scientific name, which I have no idea how to pronounce. But it is awesome of what they are. Leo, how do you like those? So I love the Egyptian mouth breeders. If you can't tell, right? I think they're a super cool fish. They're really bright colors. They do well with plants. You're not going to go through and just terrorize the plants. So it's something like different than like a German blue ram, right? They don't require the hot heat, but they do well with other things. And I haven't tested them in like a community setting, that kind of a thing. But yeah, they're awesome little fish, absolutely awesome little fish. And I do love them. So let's see here. Kyle McCarty, I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. I saw a recent video where you showed a space heater. How cold does your basement outside of the fish room get? How often is the heater on? Would you say the heater runs more than 12 hours a day? So I showed it in last week's live stream, and I may have talked about it in a previous video. So it's a 500 watt space heater. It's just an on-off cycle. So I have it connected to a smart Wi-Fi plug. My basement probably gets down to 70 because we run the AC upstairs. It's probably between 70, 72 down in the basement, maybe a little colder at night. We do keep the vents closed down there. But then I insulated the fish room very well. When we were building the fish room, that was the nice thing about it is I got to insulate all the walls. I think we did like double insulation on the walls. We did double insulation up in the ceiling. So the room itself holds a lot of heat. Crown Tail Halfman, I see here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So how often it runs, I determine that. So because of that Wi-Fi smart plug, it's the Casa smart plug, I think it is. Pull it up here. So that's everything. That's really hard to see. That's everything in the fish room that I have connected to a smart plug. And I can set a timer on that. I can set a schedule on that. So I only run my space heater because it got really cold here with that storm that came through Utah. We got like one of those level 3 land hurricanes came through. It was really weird. I was running the space heater for about an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, and that keeps my fish room right at like 75 degrees. And that's been a really good temperature for me. So some of my tanks, they don't run like 78 degrees. They stay around that 75 degree mark, which has been working out really well for me. But then the tanks that do need heaters in them have a heater in them. So like the German blue rams have a heater. The yellow zebra plecos have a heater in them. So to answer your question, it runs a lot less than 12 hours a day. I found it on Amazon. It was inexpensive actually. And I purposely went for the one that just had an on-off cycle so I could set the schedule with it with my Casa smart plugs. And it's worked out really well for me. It's actually worked out really well to heat the room. Because it is only like a 7x8 room, it heats it with no problems at all. And then again, because I got to actually build the fish room, I had my brother install a ceiling fan for me, so that helps that controls the humidity in the fish room. So the humidity in that room stays about 40-45%, and that's comfortable for me. It's not an issue; doesn't cause any mold issues and that kind of a thing. So yes. The other Tiffany, I have an odd question. If we wanted a mug of a different shape or size, would we be able to allowed to buy a plain white mug and have it sent to you for a decal. If not, still cool. I don't know. First time you asked me. If you wanted to buy a mug and ship it to me, yes, we could put the decal on for you. I'm just trying to think. That gets really expensive because I would say just pay shipping back to you. But yes, if you want to ship a mug to my wife to have her put a decal on it, we can do that. I just feel bad making you ship it to me and then pay shipping back to you. So it kind of almost doubles the cost of the mug in a way. But yes, I would be willing to do that. So the mugs, like right now, we bought these mugs, I think in a pack of like a set of 6. So it just all depends on what's in stock and where we can find them. The one that the very first, like the OG mug that Kristen Frost won in the giveaway, was a completely different style of mug. So it's going to come down to what we can find in stock. But I think for you, we can make an exception. Yeah, we can do that. But it's just going to have to be careful not to get in a huge habit of doing that. But yes, we can work something out there. All righty. Riley Bachelor's in the house. Let's see here. Yeah, we got the Gurus hanging out here. I just saw a name. We got Sickles23 in here in the house. Thank you so much. Em, got to go do homework. Good luck to you, my friend. I'm proud of you for staying in school. Good luck with that. All righty. What else we got here? I just got some Casa surge protectors. Can't wait to hook them up this weekend. Yeah, the black label Carling. I thought about doing the power strips, but even those plugs are awesome. Then Guppy Guru coming in with a $5 super chat. Thanks for spreading that guppy love. No, Peter, thank you for spreading that guppy love, man. You've done a lot for us. You've absolutely done a lot for us. We appreciate it. All righty. Kyle, you are more than welcome. That's what we're here for. It's a live Q&A. You can ask anything you need to. Anything we can absolutely help with you, do what I can. Looks like you're talking about a oil-filled heater, I think, and I've never used one, so mine's just an electric heater, and will be. It's pretty simple. My room's small, but I knew that's why I didn't like. One, I can't fit a big heater in the room. The winter's going to be interesting because I'm going to have to really see if my ceiling fan vent is going to freeze over or not. So I have a big dehumidifier that I may hook up down there for the winter so I can still pull the moisture out of the air and heat the room at the same time. So I am curious to see how it's going to go in the winter when we're down in like below freezing temperatures, how that room's going to hold there. Because right like a couple weeks ago when we were still like 100-degree days and all that, I actually stopped heating the fish room and it hovered around 75 degrees on its own. It was great. It worked out really well for me. Black Level Carling, who has 2 thumbs and will be receiving some Egyptian mouth brooders. I think that's the order I just saw come in. Thank you so much for that. I'll see if I can't wrangle out an older juvenile for you because they're still small fry right now, but they are munching down some baby brine shrimp, and they grow fast. I can say they grow pretty quickly. I have some other ones from one of my last spawns that are already like pushing over to almost 2 inches. And they're good little fish. Absolutely awesome. Another Tiffany, looks like you had a message disappear. I don't know. Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics. Sorry, I'm not so chatty tonight. You guys got to go work on my college courses a little bit. Man, you know what? That's awesome that a lot of you are pursuing that higher education, fish keeping, and in a way, learning technology and like learning how to advance in YouTube and all that. That's kind of become my higher education standpoint, and then any trainings I can get at work. So, Leo, I want to start a 10-gallon Fluval Flex that I won here locally. That's awesome. What good stock footsie? So you're talking about a pea puffer, a pistos, or chain loaches. So 10 gallons. So you're going to hear, what is it like? It's 10 gallons for 1 pea puffer, then 5 gallons for more. I'll say this much. I shoehorned in 4 pea puffers into like a 5-gallon egg-shaped tank, and they did great. I've had pea puffers in with betta fish. I've had pea puffers in with Cherry shrimp, I've had pea puffers in with rainbow fish. So it's, but on that one though, I think, so the thing with pea puffers is they're so small that most people are going to come look at the tank and be like, what's in there? Like, oh, right there, it's a pea puffer. And they're awesome. Let me like, the pea puffers are amazing. I think a good pair of Apistos would just be on fire in that tank. Like a nice breeding pair of Apistos in there. You get some like dwarf, not dwarf, geez, crypts going down at the bottom. Maybe like a little Apisto huts tucked back in some rocks, kind of a thing. So like the Apisto hut's actually covered in some rock work where they can dive in there. I think those Apistos would be on fire. Absolutely fire. Black Liver Carlin, that is one of my favorite things about these Egyptian mouth breeders, especially the multicolored Victoria that's up on the OFC right now. That blue lips they get on the males, it's so cool. It is absolutely incredible what's going on there. Yeah, they're really cool. All righty. Got Maria working on homework too. Light a candle by the vent so it doesn't freeze. Barry Aquatics, if you want to come sit out here and keep that candle going all night, be my guest, my friend. All righty. Carrie is asking, how's the pond and what heater do I plan on running in it? Pond is doing amazing. We survived the cold front that came through with that storm. I was very fortunate. It's weird, like 30 minutes north of me, kind of where Peter's at and stuff, just got hammered. I mean, downtown Salt Lake was just hammered. In the north of that, there were so many trees and just power outages and damages to homes. Like, there's still people that don't have power yet. So I was very fortunate on that. The pond has grown this awesome layer of algae. I need to do an update on it because it's so cool. It grew hair algae from the sides of the liner and then just filled in the pond. So it's like, to most people, it's like, that's disgusting. But to me, it looks so cool with all the algae coming through it and then watching the goldfish swim through it and just pick at it and different things. So I figured out that like actual pond plants, they just get fried by the sun. But the algae looks amazing. So the fish are doing great. Heater, I don't know. I'm going to experiment this winter and we'll have like a 55 gallon or a stock tank in my garage on like emergency standby, because I do want to experiment of either running the pump all winter and keeping the water flow going, B, building a top for it, and Guppy Guru give me a big piece of acrylic, and running some small sponge filters with like the USB nano air pump or something, just kind of keep things moving. And then option C is just like full blown panic and pulling the fish into the garage, because I would rather not run a heater all winter, just because I know that would just suck so much electricity down. I need like a 500 watt, 1,000 watt heater to keep anything going in there. So not sure what we're going to do yet, but the pond looks incredible right now. I need to borrow a GoPro and get some underwater shots of it, because it is awesome. It is so cool right now of how it looks. Okie dokie. Riley Bachelor, any ideas for fish, shrimp to breed in 20 long tank? It is densely planted and I could always take out plants. I want something unusual to sell off of our fish collective. Well, I was going to say Egyptian mouth breeders, but I got you beat on that one. I'm already selling those, but I don't care if there's competition. I think Egyptian mouth breeders look awesome in a densely planted tank. Let's see, 20 long. So you could do, I mean, it would take some work. You may have to do some like spawning mops or pull fry. I think if you did a Furcata rainbow, if you actually got a Furcata rainbow to breed, it's one with the little pom-poms on the fins kind of a thing. If you actually got Furcata rainbows to breed and could raise those fry, which are going to be super, super tiny, I think it would be awesome. You would sell those so fast. I love Furcata rainbows and I can never find them. Now, another side of that, we were talking about Apistos earlier. I think like a good Apisto pair. Apistos will always sell, especially if you can get them some color on them and sell them as actual pairs. Because that's what really people are looking for, right? Is pairs kind of a thing. I don't know how pit stills may do all right with some shrimp, but if you're looking to keep a really good shrimp population going with another fish, you're going to need a fish that's going to hover more around up on the top, and that's going to be like your live bear stuff. You could go after some of the limias. I have one limia up on the site right now because that's the one that's given fry to me. But yeah, my first suggestion would be like a rainbow fish. Maybe the dwarf neon, like the Praecox rainbow. They may do all right in a 20 long. But I think if you find a smaller one, the friccata, it's going to take some work. But I think that would be an absolute beautiful fish to be rocking on there. Holly Gibbs coming in, lurking and liked. Let's see. Broke down the outdoor tubs today, fixing everyone's new grow out inside tanks, except the 50 to 60 swords I sold to local dollars. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, Stephen the Biologist is in the house. Run my ponds year round. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, I saw my wife saying something about a PM, but I think she's chatting. There we go. Let's see. I'm doing it right. Let's see. Okay, am I wrong that pea puffers need much larger tanks than 10 gallons? I have 3 and 55 gallon. So Holly, my opinion on that is, how do we actually know who's right? So we could get down into the nitty gritties. We'll take the fish that are in the 90 gallon behind me, right? Like that Adonis pleco. No, that 90 gallon is not a long-term home for that thing. When it grows to be 3 feet long and like 2 feet wide, yeah, that thing needs a massive aquarium. You know, the silver arowana in there, that's not even full, like half grown yet. Like that thing's going to grow to be 3 feet long, 4 feet long, and just, a huge fish. So no, like a 55 gallon, 90 gallon, like that's way too, small for a silver arowana. Now, when it comes down to pea puffers, there's so many different things on the internet. And again, what's right? We have a lot of suggestions that it's, 10 gallons for one pea puffer and then, 5 gallons for additional pea puffers. But I kept, after I moved my pea puffers out of a small tank, I put them in a 33 long for a while. And they loved this space. Like it was awesome watching these, and they schooled together. I had 3 of them. It lasted that long. They would cruise around these little like mean green little machines cruising through the plants. It was super cool to watch them. So I think if you have them in a 55 gallon tank, I think they're loving the space. I want to say Guppy Guru has one in like a 70 or 75. I think you may have some in there. But yeah, I think there's nothing wrong keeping them 55 gallon. They're probably loving the space in there. Sharon's in the house. Welcome, Sharon. It's good to see you here. Hope things are going well for you out there. I know you probably still got some cleanup work you're working on. Carrie says, any cheap covering for a 180 gallon stock tank pond to help keep heat in and snow out? Your cheapest option would probably to get the greenhouse paneling, the polycarbonate. It's the cheapest one is going to be the wavy one. I don't know what they call it. It's not the twin wall. It's just the cheap polycarbonate greenhouse roofing. I think it's the greenhouse roofing. You can buy it in like 8 by 2 sheets, something like that, like 8 feet long, 2 feet wide. Probably my cheapest I would recommend for that. Then you can weight it down with rocks if you need to so it doesn't blow away. You can cut it to size so where it will keep snow off. You're probably going to want to go brush the snow off, let the sun in through it. But I've used those as lids before, and actually my old fisherman, like every tank had those as lids on there actually, and they work great. They're not pretty, so for a pond it'd probably work really well for you. Okie dokie. All right. Well, I'm thinking about it. So me and Lewis, owner of the waterfront, we do a lot of crazy things together, have a good time together. So we are working on a small road trip that we want to take together. And won't say exactly who they are in the chat. I'll say that much. We've been working with the subscriber to ship this person a particular fish that she's been just dying for. And this person would just, absolutely give this fish the best home possible. It is just so excited to get this fish. So me and Lewis started bagging that fish up today. We actually got everything boxed, bagged, ready to go. And then both of us were just kind of like, ugh, like I just don't know if this fish is going to make it. Like we're not really set up to, ship big fish kind of a thing yet. So yes, these fish back here are for sale. I mean, it's going to be outrageous shipping. Probably the one that would be the easiest to ship is that African lungfish in this tank, because that thing's bulletproof. Like that thing could flop out of the tank and live for 2 weeks before I'd even notice it. But anyway, so we decided not to ship this particular fish today just because we wanted to make sure that the subscriber had a good transaction, wanted to make sure that the fish survived and everything went well. So we started talking to the subscriber, and me and Lewis were talking in the next 1 to 2 weeks of making a trip out to the Reno, Nevada area, dropping this fish off to a subscriber, and then, doing this all in one day. It's going to be like a 14-hour day. So drive out there, drive back. But what we're also thinking is if there's anybody along that route, from Salt Lake City to Reno, Nevada, if you're on that route, if you're potentially in the area or willing to drive an hour or two to meet us on that route somewhere, and you are after some particular fish, we can bring those with us as well. So we're planning on loading up this larger fish this subscriber wants in a tote with some USB air pumps, power bricks, the whole shebang. And Lewis has lots of experience doing a bunch of different things, like a bunch of stuff with, transporting monster fish kind of a thing. So if you're after some fish Lewis has, we could do the silver arowana, we could do the clown knife in this thing, we could do the Adonis pleco out of this thing, the lungfish. He's got some multi-shell dwellers in his shop right now. He's got some beautiful discus in his shop right now. He's got, flower horns. He's got the Goldie plecos. Like Lewis has got some stock options that if you're willing to pay, it's going to be the price of what he has in the shop. So it's not even like a discount kind of a thing. But then we were talking maybe like a $20 delivery fee to just kind of cover gas out there. We are willing to, meet you on the route, meet you in Reno, work with you. It's just Lewis would probably have you pay kind of upfront kind of thing, or at least pay half of it, as just we don't want to, drive 7 hours to get stiffed by somebody. But I think this is going to happen. I really do think this is going to happen. It's just a week from today is my daughter's birthday. So it probably will take place on a Monday, as that's the day that his shop's closed. We want to do this together. So it'll probably be a Monday. I don't know if it's going to be next Monday because it's my daughter's second birthday. We are celebrating this weekend. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. But I would like to be here for her birthday. So it's probably going to be like 2 weeks out. But yeah, if you just kind of think about it. If there's anything that you want, I know I just saw Bay Area Aquatics and the monkeys talking about it. They're up for a drive. Sounds like Reno's only a couple hours away from you. So I know, Maria, I know you're looking at some of those flower horns. Just saying, we could do something like that. But yeah, we got some options. So I can, if you're interested, let me know. I can maybe try and get like a store tour out again, kind of to show you some options you may have there. If you want to contact me, if you're looking for a certain fish, you can contact me. I can contact Lewis. I'm willing to play that kind of third party person to help people find what they're looking for. But yes, Atkins Nature Aquarium coming in. Big J's Fish Keeper. Good to see you both. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Pistogramma cockatoides. They are beautiful fish. I think I had the orange. I think the double red or orange something. I've had those in the past. They are beautiful fish. You can actually get some a beautiful, beautiful fish. Oh, and if you all saw the video where I picked up the fish for the 90-gallon, I've gotten so many good. You guys are so good. We got some of some awesome comments on there that are just so much fun to read. Maria was messaging me, just laughing at me. So the arowana is completely fine. Yes, I screwed that up so bad, but that was such a fun video to make. And when Lewis told me I had to bag the fish up, like I told you, I was going to be a disaster, and it was a disaster, but it was a fun disaster. So that was so much fun to make. But then we decided to keep the troll going. None of you still have not seen Lewis's face unless you've come into the shop locally, that kind of a thing. And that was all Lewis's idea, was when he brought up the idea of flipping a coin for the plecos. He's like, wait. Let me put a box on my head. And they drew the big smiley face and wrote Lewis up on the top of it. And I thought it was hilarious. I've rewatched that video, like even editing it. When I was editing it, I was up here just laughing to myself. Just that's the kind of personality that Lewis has. He's just that guy. He's just a great guy. And, it's just like doing this road trip out to Reno, right? Like the subscribers, we offered it to her, and she was so understanding today. She was so understanding, but you guys have no idea what this fish means to her. And I wanted to fulfill that. And, but we talked on the phone today and figured that out. But like, she was like, I think you just two want a road trip. We're like, yeah, we want a road trip. But like Lewis's eyes, he just lit up at the thought of like, wait, an aquatic road trip for monster fish? Let's do it. Like, I'm in. Are you in? So yeah, yes. All right. But yeah, you guys were so much fun in that video. I had such a good time making that one. Do have some cool videos coming out this weekend, I think. And if you notice, so Fridays are the regular upload days. Mondays are the regular live stream days. When I do things with the waterfront, I try and put those out as an extra video, like picking up fish for the 90 gallon, right? I always want to keep the members up to date first, because they're going to have, first access to this tank, but then it's going to be everyone else. I want all of you to see still what's happening at the waterfront, what's coming to the 90 gallon. So we've got some things kind of in the works, I want to say, and potential upgrades to Wel-Don Aquatics, or not Wel-Don Aquatics, man. That's an who is that Wel-Don Aquatics guy? Well-Done Tanks. But we'll see. We'll kind of see what comes. So for right now, we are a breeding machine down in the fish room. Super happy with what's going on down there. Starting some new breeding projects. But all right. So for the last little bit of the stream, we may go over an hour tonight. We'll kind of see, because I know my daughter had a really good nap today. I want feedback from all of you. I got an idea I want to potentially start. I always come to you guys for the feedback. I've talked to the members about this a little bit. I've talked to, some friends about this. So I always come to you guys for feedback. Louis thinks it's a great idea. Louis has been encouraging me to start it already. But I told him, like, I want to get the feedback from the channel, like from the viewers, from the subscribers, to actually, see what they think about it, because that will be who is kind of maybe affected by it, or people who want to take part of it. So the idea I've had, and this kind of started with a member talking to me about an idea for a monthly giveaway kind of a thing. The idea that I have is to start offering one-on-one consulting with me. So the kind of disclaimer to that is I don't know everything. I'm not the best in like the saltwater side of things. I feel like I know my stuff in the freshwater side of things. Like, I'm still learning about new fish every day, but I've thought about offering a one-on-one consultation. That consultation can be, you want to have a private, tour of my fish room virtually. You want to help planning your fish room. You want help with plumbing questions, airline questions, sick fish questions, breeding questions, dosing questions. You want me to be a singing happy birthday card to somebody, like whatever you want it to be. And I'm thinking of offering it in 30-minute increments and 60-minute increments. So half an hour and 1 hour increments. But again, I want your feedback on this. I don't want to and I don't have a website, so it's going to be a lot of word of mouth. It's going to be a lot of like Instagram and Facebook and, YouTube kind of marketing kind of a thing. And my thought process is I love the live streams. I'm not taking away the live streams, because I want to offer this to people for a resource that they can come and ask any question they want to, and hopefully get that answered, right? I mean, I try to do my best to get to all the questions, but there may be some times where you just want more in-depth information and maybe like more in-depth, just that one-on-one personal contact. But again, I don't want to start something without consulting people, because again, like this is who, you guys are the ones that truly affect this. Like you are the ones that drive this and all that kind of a thing. So again, I kind of want to I think my chat froze. There we go. So kind of want your opinions on this, kind of see what you think about it. I think now that I got my chat working again. And someone did say flower horn. Yeah, I'm way behind. Said flower horn. Steven thinking about doing some Shelleys. The Shelleys are awesome. Okay. Yeah, I went through. I missed a lot of chat here. Steven, yeah, that's an awesome. You were breeding flower horns. Let's see. Let's see. Tiffany, you have to keep the faceless Lewis thing going. That was a lot of fun. All right. Global Cubier, wait, you never told us in the 90 gallon. I have a video on it, but I have the silver arowana, African lungfish, the Odontis pleco, and a clown knife that's a little disabled, but it's absolutely awesome. Leo might take you up on that. Reno's only 3 hours away. Oh, red solo cup. I'm sorry. It's water. It's water again tonight, but I'm drinking the strawberry sublime rain as well with it. But Global Cuber, my wife did say that she could make you a red solo cup with the logo on it. Okay. Gaza Gamer, I don't think I've seen you here before. Can anyone help me out, please? I have a 75 bow front fish tank. How of the APS trash float should I put? If I understand your question correct there, Gaza, I would just dose it to what's recommended on the bottle. I don't really use much of the stress coat, but I would definitely just go with what's on the bottom. Let's see. The other Tiffany, if you don't like calling it a consultation, you could call it an interview or chat or some other term. Yeah, so my idea of it is it would be a paid service. So it would be, so in my mind, it would be $30 for 1 hour, $15 for 30 minutes. Still up in the air. Still very undecided on this. As if I do start it, I want it to be beneficial. I want it to be a good experience. And I want to make sure that, I want to say people get the true value out of it. But I'm still very unsure about it. But like Kristen Frost saying, like a fish aquarium tutor, yes, like whatever you needed it to be. So it would be a paid service, but for that 30 minutes, that hour, it can be whatever you would want it to be. Whether it's questions about fish, helping you with research about fish, designing a tank, designing plumbing, lighting, anything you wanted it to be. And I would do the best of my capabilities to make sure you got everything answered and you had the best time you possibly could with that. Excuse me. HG Aqua's coming in. Good to see you here. Carrie, you need to hear me sing before you can answer that. I don't want to break everyone's ears, so I may pass on those. Should get one of those big red solo cups into a rice fish indoor pond. That would be awesome. Oh my gosh, that's an idea. We may do this. Antonio coming in with a $20 super chat. Thanks for being you. Antonio, thank you so much. That means so much to me. Antonio, if you're still in the chat and you have a chance, if you're on Instagram, send me a direct message, please. My wife has a question for you, or more of an offer for you, and we want to chat with you about that. So, all right. So yeah. So there's my idea with it, is potentially starting that. Just as I'm working on building the Well-Don Tanks, name, brand, business, have you say, now we're selling some fish through our fish collective. YouTube kind of a thing. Maybe we're looking at I'm looking at different avenues to take and try different things. But like I say, it's all kind of up to you guys. All kind of up to you guys. Maria, I agree. Antonio should become a member. You're dropping me $20 to say, got it. We'll do it after the stream. My man, thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. You are one of a kind. Thank you so much. But yes, if you are interested, $5 become a member. But man, I always appreciate your support. You're so good to me. But everyone else, you're also good to me. It's just, I look forward to these. We have 29 people in the chat right now, or 29 people watching. I'm sure some people are lurking. Like I lurk a lot in live streams, and I just, the community we have is so much fun. The support you guys give my wife, the support you give me, it really is just a good time. And it's so much fun reading comments. Like you guys have no idea of all the comments that were coming in on the, the video of I got to pick whatever I want for the 90-gallon. Just like all the comments about the box and the arowana jumping. Like you guys were making my day reading those. I love the interaction I get to have with you all and just how we get to do that together. And it's so much fun. So really looking forward to what we have coming here at Wel-Don Tanks. I say we got some tank space. We're breeding new mouth brooders. Corey sent me out a new brand ambassador package. So I got a video coming out on that. I think you will enjoy, hopefully you'll enjoy the video I got coming out this weekend. Friday's video. It's one of those kind of super nerdy videos again. Think back to my my airline video where I talked for 8 minutes on comparisons of airline. Yeah, just you wait 11 minutes, and just you wait. So I took a challenge there, 11 minutes. So we're going to see what comes here. Maria, the bleeps my kid faces, the questions. He curses? No, I bleep. See, that's my answer to that. I bleep. I control myself on live streams, but when an arowana is jumping out of the water and flying across the floor, and like the funny thing is too, is like when I asked Lewis of like, I'm like, is it just me when I'm making this big of a mess? Like he was like off camera telling me like, yeah, it's just you that makes that big of a mess. Like you should have seen the floor of the waterfront when I got done bagging those fish. I felt so, I bagged 2 fish on video. Like I felt so bad. So I had water everywhere across his floor. And it just, Lewis was such a good sport about it. It just had such a good time filming that. And like you guys, the box, oh my gosh, the box. I was dying laughing. You probably could hear me snickering off camera. It was hilarious watching that. I told them, imagine those teeth jump out at you. You would curse too. Yeah, I didn't realize what some of these fish teeth, the teeth have, like the lungfish. Like I jokingly, right? Like, does it bite? Yeah, it bites. Things are awesome. Antonio coming in. Welcome to the membership. Man, I need like a sweet hashtag of well done. You joined the team. I don't know. Thank you so much, Antonio, for becoming a member. I really do hope you enjoy the behind the scenes footage and everything you see on there. And again, thank you for all your support, my man. So yeah, send me a direct message after the stream. We'll chat. We will chat. But all right, guys. Anyone else have any kind of final questions, final trolls on me? Say, well, I'm excited for what's coming here. I think we're doing some great things here. So yes, if you're interested, probably HG Aquatics. I really appreciate you hanging out with us, though. Really do appreciate you. Well, I'm thinking about it. I know I've seen a couple people like HG Aqua. He's got some fish up on the OFC right now. And then I got some cool things coming in there. So I learned how to ship fish today, which was quite interesting. And I did send some fish out to a subscriber over in New York actually today, which was really kind of cool. So we're starting to spread the Wel-Don tank love. All right. Black Label Carling, the waterfront must have been underwater. The box and the bleach were my favorite, followed fish down. Yeah. No, I got, there's a reason. So on video, when Lewis came in and started refilling the 125, let's just say that That was partly because of me. That was a lot because of me that needed to be refilled. I got a lot of water on things there. Cameron Parrish, what's your favorite light to run? So that's a very in-depth, kind of broad question. It depends on a couple things. What tank you have, what your goal of that tank is, and what I mean by goal is, are you trying to grow plants? Do you just want to see your fish? You're trying to grow some, highlight plants. Is it a really deep tank? Is it a really shallow tank? So you said planted. So for a good budget option, we'll kind of go a couple different routes here. If you can, what size tank are you running? So if you're for a good budget option, and I've done this with 20 longs, 10 gallons, 55 gallon, the Finnex Stingray, you cannot go wrong with. And don't buy into the Finnex Stingray 2 kind of a thing. So for a 75 gallon, so Blake's Aquatics coming in the house. Good to see you. I appreciate it. So Cameron, if you for a 75 gallon, if you want to do something like lower light plants, Anubias, Vallisneria, Cryptocorn, I really do think that a Finnex Stingray is going to do all right for you. That is by far my favorite budget option light. I've grown plenty of plants with the Finnex Stingray, and I say I've done it in a 55 and grew plants no problem. On my old 75, my original 75, I had a Fluval 2.0. So that's kind of the more high end now. I know the 3.0 is in action. So if you really wanted to crank some light in that thing, a Fluval 3.0, it's going to cost you a good chunk of change to get like a 48-inch light on that. But it will grow whatever you want it to grow. Now, let's say the Finnex Stingray, Cryptocorn, Anubias, Vallisneria, all that kind of thing, you will have no issues with that growing light or plants in there. I know a lot of people really like the Nicrew lights. That's another really good budget, I would say budget option out there. I personally do not like the Nicrew lights. The one tank that I ran a Nicrew light on, I had more algae than I've ever had in a tank. And I attribute it to the fact that Nicrew runs a blue and white light. Now, I can't prove that kind of a thing, so I still stick with the Finnex Stingray, but I know I've seen a lot of new posts with the Nicrew. Check out Bentley Pasco. He just did a review. Is it the JBJ? I think it is. He just reviewed a new budget option light. It has great success with it, kind of a thing. So I still stick with that Finnex Stingray there. Yeah, it looks like you got a couple other options coming through, and then I say so budget option, Finnex Stingray. If you're looking to spend a little more and you kind of want to set it, forget it, Fluval 3.0, absolutely. Yeah, Riley Batch is coming in and saying the Nicrew Classic Planted Plus is good. Let's see, Carrie says run Finnex and all there. Let's see. So Sharon's asking, how do you become a member? So Sharon, it only works on desktop, I think. I don't think they have the join button on the like an iPad, what do I call it? A tablet or the phone yet. But on a desktop, if you click into, maybe I can show you here. Okay, so share screen. Let's go Chrome tab. I think it's this one. Okay, so right here. So if you click into my channel, you come to the home page of the channel. Right here, that's the join button, is where you can click that and join in on that. But again, I think it only works on desktop, unfortunately. But what else we got here? Yeah, Anthony's Fishy Friends says there are a few different Nicrew lights. They even have a marine light now with the correct blue spectrum. That's interesting. I know there's a big market there. Black Label Carling says the Higer timed light is pretty good too, and has a built-in timer. I think that's the one that Primetime Aquatics just did a review on. So if you want to check out them, so it sounds like you got a bunch of different options here. You can find some things in. Oh, I stand corrected. I've had a few people tell me that they have it for mobile now. I did not know that. So thank you everybody for correcting me on that. That's much easier than doing it on desktop, because like hardly anybody actually watches on desktop anymore. But yeah, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for for helping me out on that one. And Cameron, I hope that helps. And Tony will just let me know that you can on mobile. Jessica Taylor coming in. Let's see here. And then Pet Zotics, hello. It's going well tonight. Got a few people joining in. Maybe we'll go for a few more minutes. Anyone's got any other questions they want to throw my way? But yeah, again, thank you so much for all the members helping, sharing out, helping me out. Knowing you can join on mobile, really do appreciate that very much. Let me see here. I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about. Kind of got all that done. But yeah, didn't come in with any kind of topic tonight. It was just a lot of fun talking, plans and all these different things. But we got a lot of new people coming in tonight. This is awesome. Thank you so much for all being here. Mr. Faz. Man, excuse me. Phoenix Planted Plus. I have 2 of them on my 75-gallon. Works well. So that is another option you could do if you want a little, more light, but still kind of keep more of a budget thing. Maybe do 2 Phoenix Stingrays. You could do 2 Phoenix Planted Plus. I think the Planted Plus has the 24-hour light cycle on it, which is kind of cool, actually. Like, I really do enjoy that they actually, you see the sunrise, sunset kind of a thing action. It's pretty sweet. Mountaintop Puffer Keeper. Welcome. Love me some puffer fish. Have a 4-inch Nile puffer that spooks every 1 to 2 weeks. Ever experienced that? Any suggestions? So a Nile puffer, that should be a Fahaka puffer, right? I think it's the same thing. Am I thinking right? Yes. Okay. According to Google, it's a Fahaka puffer, and that's what I thought it was. So it spooks every 1 to 2 weeks. That's interesting. Really interesting. It spooks every 1 to 2 weeks. My experience, I used to have a fairly large Fahaka puffer. I missed that girl. Really missed that girl. I would see if there's like a light right by the tank. Is it a high traffic area? Is it next to a window? See, because puffers can see a really far distance outside of the tank. A lot farther than what most people understand they can. Like, puffers have excellent eyes. Well, they have really good eyesight, but it's also the Maboo puffer, as the eyes move and gets bigger. But on the Nile puffer, 4 inches, that's still a fairly small fish. So it's kind of goes into how long have you had it. But then it's also too, if somebody just asked her, Jessica Taylor, spooks, is it if it's puffing up kind of a thing. So if it's spooking where it's just cruising around the tank nonstop, I would check into what's outside of the tank that could be affecting it. Is there something that happens during that time frame? Is there movement that's scaring it? But then make sure it feels protected. So you're going to read a lot online that puffers don't do well in plants and that kind of a thing. You don't want to have, big rocks and big wood, as they can spook. They can run into it. And I agree with that. Now, my big girl, she never once went after plants. I never had an issue with her. And I found that she loved to bury herself in sand. And then she was more active when I had the tank light was off, but there was an ambient light in the room. She would get really active and cruise the tank, kind of surf the tank, as they call it. Was happy, healthy, would play with me. But when the tank lights came on, she liked to just go down there and just kind of settle. Now, if your puffer is actually puffing up every 1 to 2 weeks, it could be, puffers do stretch that muscle. It's actually a muscle as they pull in water. They're going to stretch that muscle out. So young puffer could just be trying it. I've never, and I've kept a couple puffers now in my life. I've never seen a puffer actually puff in person. So suggestion of what I think you're asking, make sure I would get some hides in there, maybe a piece of driftwood, some plants, something to help give an area for the puffer to go to, an area for the puffer to kind of go bog down in and feel safe, kind of a thing. I want to try that. Let's see. Yeah, it's got some natural light on it, smashing into the intake at speed, no puffing, figured plants and ditterfish maybe. So it sounds like something's spooking it. Every 1 to 2 weeks. That's really interesting. Natural light. I wonder if is there something like natural light? So it's got to be near a window. Is there like a truck that comes by every week? I wonder if it's like, you know what? Is it like garbage day? Is it by your front window? I wonder if there's something outside the window that it sees that scares it. Kind of I can think about. So maybe if you can put like a curtain over that window, some blinds kind of block that. I don't want to say move your tank. Ditherfish, you can try some ditherfish. Just know that those ditherfish may disappear one day. I tried my big girl with some guppies. They were there one day, they were gone the next. So you can try it though. You may want to, but then I tried like a big royal pleco one with her, and the royal pleco just beat her up. So let's see. You could try like a larger live bear, something that can maybe get away a little easier. It's a little faster swimmer, I guess. That just kind of sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? Black lip carling, easiest way to catch guppy fry. I spent 2 hours this weekend a grip of them around. So yeah, it depends on what tank size you're in, but I think Guppy Guru just said it. Big net. So like right now in my most of my breeding happens in 10s and 20s. So I just had Lewis order me in these 10-inch fish nets. That way I can kind of pull everything out of the tank and like a one big swoop catch as many fish as I can there. So I would maybe try a bigger net. If you can, if it's like a heavily planted tank, it's gonna be difficult. But if you have, try and remove decor in the tank if you can, or drop the water line down. If you drop the water line down, it's less area for the fish to run around into. It's a little easier catching them. So good luck on that one. Yeah, I chased when I emptied out all the tanks the other night and took all the fish to the waterfront. It took me like 2 hours to get all the fish ready to go. It was a big thing. Marlin Chaser 87. I saw my dogs. Let's see. My dog scared my Fahaka for the first time this week. He went nuts. I got scissor tail ras boards with my Fahaka. They're pretty fast. Yeah, my Fahaka that went nuts, or my Mabu that went nuts. It may have been my Fahaka puff, like right after I first got it. I was keeping it in a 40-gallon breeder, just until I could get, because at that time as I was building my old fish room, the 125 and everything, and I think something scared it too, and it went berserk, and it's scared. Like when big fish move, like it's crazy watching like a betta fish go nuts or like a pea puffer go nuts, a swordtail go nuts. You're like, oh my gosh, like stop, like just don't hurt yourself. But then you get these big fish that go nuts. You're like, oh my gosh, like don't break the tank. like the arowana one night, the big Adonis spooked it, and that thing went nuts. And I was like, God, like just slow down for a second. Mikey D 181, hello, welcome to the chat. I appreciate you being here. We got here hour and 12. I'm gonna go for a few more minutes. Gotta see what else we got here. I just saw one of my pea puffs when I was messing with something in the tank. Freaked me out. We got a lot of puffer keepers in the chat tonight. That's awesome. Yeah, things. Lewis offered me a Fahaka puffer for the 90-gallon, and I told him that like that's one fish I'd have a hard time taking back to the shop because I've closed the door on my Mabu puffer. That's Lewis's puffer now. That's not coming back. But it definitely is. I still want a Fahaka puffer. Like I still to this day still like want to find a way to keep a Fahaka puffer. Yes, we'll see though. Yeah, Maria says my puffer's slow growing. They can grow slow, but they're gonna be a point where it's gonna hit this like growth spurt and just jump up in size. But I think one day I'll get a Fahaka back in my care again. Let's see here. Holly says, like my clown knife, Hannibal. I'm cleaning his take now, trying to watch the video and watch him at the same time because he thinks he is a bird. Yeah, they fit like, well, I experienced it at the arowana. I was bagging up that arowana. That thing wanted to fly, apparently. Mikey D, how often should a newly planted tank get water changes? So it depends. If you're doing something like fluval stratum, which what they call like an activated substrate or something that's going to be releasing that ammonia, I would just let it sit for like a good month. Let that thing cycle through. And then if you're using like sand, just regular gravel, Eco Complete, I would say, on my Planet tanks, I would do water changes once a week. I still think that you can have too many nutrients in a Planet tank, because people get in the mindset of, oh, it's a Planet tank, right? I don't need to do water changes. Like, they'll just suck up all the nutrients. But as annoying as he can be, I just watched Dustin's Fish Tank's latest video, and he actually had a really good point on that of sometimes you can get too many nutrients in a Planet tank. So maybe start small. Maybe look at it, maybe do some water testing, kind of see where your nitrates are. If they're under control, out of control. If you're doing water changes for kind of peace of mind, and letting the plants catch up to absorbing all the nutrients from fish, kind of a thing. Maybe start with, a 10% once a week, kind of see how it balances out, kind of see how the algae is in ratio. Very generic answer to be once a week. Maybe start with like 10%. That's kind of what I have done. If it's like a full planted tank, right, kind of a thing. So that way, in my opinion, that way it helps the plants get established. You can replace some of the minerals out of your tap water. And then it is, if things, plants are growing in, it can help them, I think, catch up to the nutrients, kind of a thing on that. Let's see, Cameron, my favorite brand of heater. So if I had to pick my favorite brand of heater, it comes down to two. The first one I would recommend is going to be the Eheim Jaeger heater. I think they're very accurate. They're a good quality. They're good construction. They're not stupid expensive. I've run them in the past with no problems. I think they heat very efficiently. If you want to see a good breakdown of those, Bulletproof Supply did a very in-depth BRS TV investigates on heaters. Now, the one that I do like over that one is going to be the Fluval. Is it the LCD series? I think they call it. I actually have one in this tank behind me. The reason I like it is because it has an LED screen on the heater, or an LCD screen, something like that. It displays the temperature. It displays if it's low flow. It displays if it's too cold. It displays if it's overheating. But then my biggest thing about it is the actual adjustment knob. It's a little tab up top. You just click back and forth to adjust. Versus like the Eheim Jaeger heater, which most heaters are, you actually have to turn a dial. And when your heater's, suction cup to the side of your tank or down in your sump, it's difficult to get in there and turn that dial. But then the Fluval heater with the little tab up top, super simple to change. And I have found them fairly accurate. So yeah, Barry Aquatic says the Fluval E series. That's what I recommend there. Maria says Chompers doesn't eat snails. That's their he needs to learn to use his chompers. I love it. That's their Fahaka puffer. So Maria, sometimes it's getting them to just try it. If he's still fairly small, the snails can still seem pretty daunting to him. When I first got my Mabu puffer, that thing would just shred shrimp, like shred frozen shrimp. Wouldn't take snails at first. As he got a little bigger, he started mowing down snails. And then I never got him to eat a half clam on a shell. I never did. But now that he's with Lewis and grown a little bit, and I think back in bigger tanks and that kind of a thing, he is mowing down clams on half shells. So it may still be a fairly small puffer, and it's that learning phase of just doesn't know what to do with it kind of a thing yet. So if you have like small bladder snails you can put in there, like smaller ram's horn snails, maybe try it on that. See what you can do there. Love shrimp. Yeah, so I fed a lot of the frozen shrimp, and he did all right with that one. My hairy puffer colony, if you have a legit colony of that, that's awesome. Puffs occasionally, they don't go nuts like that. Fahaka, same room, got an upload on my channel if you were looking to see a slight puff up, more breeding behavior though. That's cool. Like, that's actually cool. If you got a colony of those things, that is awesome. Mountaintop puffer keeper. Oh, I'm going to go check your channel after this. That's pretty sweet. Let's see here. I think that's towards things. So Stephen the Biologist says, stop giving him an option. Instinct will keep it from starving if something is available. That is a good point. If you want to, teach that puffer to eat snails, don't feed him for like 2-3 days. It's not going to kill your fish. And then when he's actually, hungry, it's going to, like Steven says, it's going to be the instinct. Like, you drop a snail in, he's going to watch that food falling and think like, that's falling. Typically when things fall, I eat takes a bite of it, realizes that, oh, I can eat this, I can chew this, I can process this, I can digest this, then hopefully that'll help there. Red or orange shrimp. Yeah, Maria, it does not surprise me. Cherry shrimp and stuff that will disappear pretty quickly in big puffer tanks. Marlon Chaser says, Fluval E series, awesome simply due to being adjustable and the nice LCD reading of temp. Also like the plastic cover over the whole thing. I like it as black too. I know that's not a total seller on a lot of people, but heaters always look ugly in tanks. Like, let's be honest. There's nothing, like, you never look at a heater in a tank and go like, that's awesome. Like, that's so pretty, right? But I do like the black versus like the silver of the Eheim Jaeger heater. But the way of it being adjustable is really what sells me on those heaters. It's so annoying trying to fidget with like the dial where the Fluval E series is so simple to adjust. Choppers won't die, but his multiple moms will. Well, it could be a good lesson. This could be a good teaching opportunity for all his multiple moms to figure that out. So I think we're going to wrap it up here. Been going for a little over an hour and 20 minutes. I do appreciate everybody coming in, though. A lot of new faces, some great questions. I really enjoyed tonight. And thank you so much thank you so much, all of you, for your support. So again, reminders kind of on the way out here. If you want to get your own official homemade Well-Done Tanks mug, send me an email at weldonaquatics@gmail.com. It's, again, $20 per mug, include shipping anywhere in the United States for that price. And then if you're interested in Salt Lake to Reno area, I really do think this is going to happen. I'll definitely put out some more kind of information about it, like exact dates when we kind of nail down some things. Probably going to happen on a Monday, kind of when we can do it. So if you're interested, let me know. I can coordinate with Lewis and yourself on what fish you want to get. We can bring. This is like, if you're looking for a big fish and it's not local, like this is a chance to get it because it'll be much easier to transport in these in these totes kind of a thing. And we've got all the air pumps ready to go. Lewis has got totes ready to go. Load them up in the Prius and we'll drive out there. So if you're interested, say like, this is your chance to get the big Adonis pleco. This is your chance to get an awesome lungfish and kind of whatever else he's got going on, flower horns and discus and all these different things we can do. But even then, if you're looking for shell dwellers, you're looking for geophagus, you're looking for angelfish, you're looking for platies, I don't know what you're looking for. If Lewis has them, we can bring those out with us too. Like it does not only have to be, monster fish. It's just that's the easier to transport in big totes. But if you're looking for something, we can absolutely bag those up too, or put them in buckets and bring them out with us. So, I mean, I have no problem loading my car up with a ton of totes and buckets full of fish on this thing. It would be amazing to do. Absolutely amazing to do. And then after the stream, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the consulting I want to start up, kind of the price point of it and just your thoughts of it. If you want to see, I need your input. I need your feedback because I don't know. I don't know what to do with it yet. And like I say, you guys are as much as like Michael and Peter, my think tank, we're the think tank. We message all day long. You guys are my ginormous think tank that help, I've said this before. Without all of you, Well-Done Tanks would not exist. Like, sure, fishing would exist and I'd be breeding fish, but the fact of the matter is, I would not be here talking to amazing people over a live stream without any of you. So you make this possible. Absolutely, all of you make this possible. And I'm reading the comments coming through here, and I really, really appreciate it. Barry Aquatics, I think you need that Adontis pleco, my friend. Just saying, like, do all right, that 75. Yeah, Maria, like, Arowana, anybody? I promise that fish doesn't curse. All right, everybody. Oh, no. Barry Aquatics. What you don't understand is the box will come with us. Oh, yes. No. The box will come with us, and Lewis will be hiding his face the entire time. Like I said, he's got to hide his face from the Russians. That's all I can say about it. But all right, everybody. Love all of you. Thank you so much. New faces came in the stream tonight. I love you all. Thank you so much. Awesome time. So new video coming out Friday, depending on next Monday. I may try and fit a live stream in. I don't know because it is my daughter's birthday next Monday. So don't plan on a live stream next week unless you see something come up. And then the next week we may be driving to Reno. Who knows? So we may do a live stream in the car or something, and maybe we'll reveal Lewis for the first time ever. But again, thank you so much. Leave me a comment. Leave me a thumbs up. Do whatever you want to do. I don't know. And we will see you guys in the next one. Good night, everybody.